right, guys. So, how did you separate your character from the Power Rangers TV show that the world has come to love?
It was actually quite easy, to be honest, just because our director had such a vivid vision for where he wanted to take this Power Rangers, and not only that, he himself wanted to make it different and make it reflect kind of our generation now and the audience that's going to be watching this and be introduced to it. I made the conscious decision not to like study all of the old TV shows and like watch the old movies, just because I felt like I wanted to take how it first made that impression on me when I was a little girl and what stuck with me from the Power Rangers, and be inspired off of that, and then still have this creative space to like build the character in my own way. So that's kind of how my strategy for my character was.
Yeah, it was definitely like similar. You know, we didn't have to go back and study on how to be the Blue Ranger or how to be the Yellow Ranger. It was mostly like, all right, we have these ideas about these characters that we want to play. Like, we have a certain message that each and every one of us individually want to get across, and we can instill that into the character also. And then we get to build these backstories, you know, that the audience never even gets to hear about, but it's still fun to be able to create that and make this character react to knowing that, you know, he's been through all this or she's been through all this. So that was really cool. So I'm glad that we didn't have to go back and try to mimic anything. You know, it's just like, no, that was their version. This is our version. This is our baby. Yeah.
So, I absolutely love how they finally brought in a Hispanic superhero. The world can finally see that. What do you think the world could use from that right now? What do you think the world could learn from that?
I mean, it's an honor. First off, I'm to be as a Mexicana. It's crazy. I'm one of the first Mexicanas to be a superhero, which is like an honor. But I think the message is beyond just that. It's that anybody can be a superhero, and it doesn't matter, you know, your background, your ethnicity, where you come from. And that, I think, is what Power Rangers represents, is that diversity. And I think it's awesome. I actually learned that in the very first pilot of Power Rangers. They had casted a Latina for the pilot, and then they ended up recasting for the official. So this is the first time we get to see an actual Latina on the big screen in the cinemas, and I think it's amazing.
And
I think
she
it's
rocked
cool.
it,
Thank you
to
so
be
much.
honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so superheroes have a lot of power, and kids everywhere are looking up to these superheroes and looking up to you guys as well. And that includes social media, Twitter, stuff like that. When did you guys realize the power of your voice?
Very early.
Yeah. I think I realized the power of my voice before I even had a so-called popular voice, right? Because it's just like everybody's words mean something, right? So
Exactly.
it's like if you tell somebody that you love them tomorrow, right, that'll mean something to that person, and that's power of a voice. You know what I'm saying? Just because sometimes I don't get Beyonce's followers doesn't mean that our message is different.
Or,
you know?
or even like saying you hate someone, like realizing the impact that your words can have on other people.
Yeah.
And we are now in a position where we're given this platform to inspire people and make an impact. And I think, for instance, with the project like Power Rangers, it's something that we stand for as people on a humane level. The message of the diversity and the issues, it being a reflection of the audience that's going to be watching it, I think is what makes it so special. And the voice that we had at a very young age is like, I mean, I got discovered off the internet, which is crazy, you know what I mean? So I'm very aware of how your voice can like change things.
But we also don't try to make our voices perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We're not role models, we're real models.
Yeah, real models.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you guys can go see your role models in theaters March 24th as the Power Rangers.
That's right. Thank you.
Can she get a picture real quick?
Of course.